But yeah, it's time for, I guess, the negative part of what it is. And look, I see all the Goff slander, and that's the nature of the position. And somebody earlier in the chat said, the fact that you're not criticizing Goff right now is malfeasance, something along that line. And Paul Thomas says, stop it. Goff wasn't the issue yesterday.
Right.
So Lindsay, here's my point about this. You want to get into it? Let's get into it then. Because I was told this was a top 5 defense in the NFL. I was told. By the rankings, number 1. Number 2, by the people yesterday.
The Lions?
Or last week, yes. By the numbers, they were.
Right.
So here's the deal with it. If you are a top 5 unit in this league, the fact that you give up 28 points in 22 minutes in 4 drives, and then you want to come at me and say, well, Neil, Jared Goff is the problem. You cannot win a football game in the national. So he gets 3 drives to score points. 3 drives, that's it. Because what did we see against Tampa, Lindsay? What did we see? Kind of a little bit of a heavyweight fight, little feeling out process, those first couple drives.
Yes.
The Buccaneers hit them with some linebacking blitz that really tripped them up for a couple minutes.
Right.
They had to figure it out. Guess what didn't happen in the Buccaneers game? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers didn't have almost 400 yards of offense in the first half.
Right.
Because you can say what you want. That was essentially the Carolina Panthers game last year, except it was Lamar instead of 2 mid-running backs doing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was the same thing.
And that's the thing, though. I feel better about this loss than the loss last year. Like you said, who were the running backs? Are they still there?
No, one of them's gone.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You at least got dissected by a former MVP who is in MVP form right now. You know? But that doesn't take away from the fact that couldn't stop them.
Right.
Like they marched up and down that field like it was a practice mode. They were in practice mode. It was amazing to watch how everything they did, it worked. Lamar, and then we talked about this earlier. I just didn't understand, and maybe I'm wrong, but maybe I'm looking too much into it. It just didn't look like the same aggressive Lions defense approach. They didn't look like they were trying to go after Lamar. It looked like they were trying to contain him.
And Lindsay, I'm glad you brought that up, because a couple of guys that we've celebrated on this network, and every show, every person, so I'm not dealing with people popping in here that have a show and say, I never said that. No, you said it too. Whoever you are, you said it too. Brian Branch was very confused yesterday with what to do with Lamar Jackson.
See what I'm saying?
With what you said. It was like he wanted to go get him and didn't. And then I think it was on the 3rd drive, he did, and the receiver slipped behind him, and they scored the touch. Like he was very either confused or gun shy. And guess what? That's okay. He's a rookie in this league. Right. I remember the first time Lindsey Hunter went against Kobe Bryant. What happened?
Oh, the first time I went against Jordan.
What happened, Lindsey?
I mean, I don't even remember.
I blocked that from my mind. You see what I'm saying, though? Right. Like, that guy is a star in this league. It's okay for Brian Branch to not have it figured out the first time he steps on the field out there to deal with it.
And to your point, Neil, I cannot get past the fact that I think they were trying to control the lanes. I think they were trying to control Lamar, because I kept hearing them say, hey, we want to squeeze the pocket. They want to squeeze the pocket, keep him in the pocket and make him throw. I'm like, no, just play your game. See, I'm always an advocate of, if I feel like I'm the best, then guess what? I'm going to come at you with what I do best. And if you stop me and you make me feel like I can't win that way, then I'll change.
Right.
I'm not going to change my approach in the beginning because of you. I'm going to go after, hey, we're going balls out. We're going after him. If he runs all around, he runs all around. But we're going after him. We're not going to try to do something that we're not accustomed to doing. Controlling the pot. No, collapse it, go after him. Everybody, just try to get him. Like, make his ass run around.
Right, and look, Eric Wall says this was supposed to be the negative sentiment. It was the negative segment. It was, because Brian Branch was lost out there. And another thing too, anybody see Kirby Joseph get put into the 3rd row of the field on that touchdown run? He got sunned, man. Like, it was bad. It was really bad. They were physically destroyed yesterday on the defensive side. And guys, look, you can do all the Goff stuff you want. You can. You can't give up 400 yards in 22 minutes. You can't do it. You can't do it and win. You can't do it and have a chance to win. If you do that, it does not matter what your quarterback does.
No.
It does not matter. The defense was awful yesterday. Awful. And you guys are funny, too, like the Aiden Hutchinson needs a second pass rusher.
Dude,
hey, Aiden Hutchinson's got to get home. In that he's got to. And I'll cut you off before you even do it. No, he was not held, Sam Flannel. On that play that everybody was talking about, he was not held.
Okay, so I just don't like how you're singling out Aiden Hutchinson of all people. I mean, he got home a couple of times. I mean, you would never give this energy for Penei Sewell, who wasn't great himself.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't. Okay,
no, he
fair,
was not good at all.
Fair.
Not good at all yesterday. I mean, holding penalty.
Sure.
They couldn't run the ball when they had to.
Sure. Okay.
The pass blocking. Somebody was in on Goff every single time.
Sure.
No.
Okay.
They every Hall of Famer in the world can't play perfect every week. They can't.
Sure.
So, I did get bothered by the whole because I saw it right away. Oh, he's getting held on that play. No, the hands were inside the shoulders.
No, and that's
he didn't get held. He got dominated. That's on that play. He got dominated.
Okay. It was a total team everyone got dominated.
Everybody got dominated. It's not just one person.
I know.
Like as a team, we don't like when you get mollywopped like that, you don't go look at your teammate and go, boy, Kobe sure did give 50 to you yesterday. No, we all got that 50.
Mac 910 says, Classic Neil just picks and choose who to blame it on. No, I blame the defense because they gave up 400 yards before halftime.
Dude,
that's why.
Lamar had
end of story.
Lamar had 255 at halftime.
Can't win.
He had 255 before halftime.
You can't win.
I thought he was going to have 500 passing yards. I was like,
because I was told those were two top 5 defenses. There was one top 5 defense out there. There wasn't two.
Facts.
For real.
No, facts.
One defense did play like a top 5 defense.
Yes.
In that, and I guess Mac 910, if you're saying I'm going to pick and choose, yeah, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to talk about the defense because no team in football is winning that game when you give up 28 points and almost 400 yards in 22 minutes. No team. No.
But 6 points offensively, you got to say a little bit about that. I mean, the defense may have been more
It doesn't matter. The game's decided.
Okay, but 6 points is 6 points. That's not good enough.
But that wasn't in their element. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but
the game's decided, Flannel. It's over.
But every single time the Ravens would drive right down the field, the Lions would get it back and go 3 and out or get a first down.
The problem is the Lions' offense was going against a real top 5 defense. That was playing like a top 5 defense.
That's
that was the difference.
All right, but 6 points.
The Ravens were going against a CFL defense yesterday.
Oh, well, yesterday they were a CFL defense. That's
and we have those moments. Like that just happens. That's why the overreaction kills me because everybody looks at, oh man, this is who we are. No, this is not who you are. You're never as bad as your worst loss, and you're never as good as your best win. You're always somewhere in between. And fortunately for the Lions, they've had better wins than they have losses. So they're a good football team. They're a contending football team.
Because it comes back to this, and I see the people out there. People are saying, they had 6 yards at halftime and Jared Goff sucks and all that kind of stuff. Here's what it is. Because that game had the exact same blueprint of the Tampa Bay game, except the Lions defense played like a top 5 defense in the Tampa Bay game. They did.
Or it could have been who was quarterbacking for Tampa Bay.
Either way. Whatever you got to have more than 3 possessions to be able to get things figured out to say, okay, so through the first 3 possessions at Baltimore on the road, you have to have 28 points for you to be down 7 in the second quarter. You see what I'm saying? Talk this through in reality with what you're saying to me. Talk it through.
Right.
All right, all we need from this offense today, Lindsay, is I need them to have 21 points in 3 possessions and to be down 28-21.
They were in a tough position, man. It doesn't matter how we try.
They were awful.
Yeah, you can go back and rewind it and talk about what could have, what should have happened. The fact of the matter is, dude, they were just outplayed on both sides of the ball. Mm-hmm. Totally dominated.
Sure.
I'm salty says, except we didn't have a first down until almost halftime. Yes, and Baltimore didn't have a drive that didn't result in a touchdown until halftime as well.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Which one of those can you recover from?
I'm telling you, listen, watching, because I was watching it. I couldn't believe after the third touchdown, I was like, no way. I said, there's no way they can continue to do this.
But, Lindsay, again, it boils down to a simple question. Which one can you recover from? A team having one first down at halftime or a defense that gives up 28 points and 400 yards in 22 minutes?
Oh.
Which one can you recover from? You know the answer. I know
think-
which one you can't recover from.
Yeah. You can't recover from all them points being lashed out on you.
So that's where it stopped. Am I being too simplistic, Flannel?
The whole complete absolvation of the offense I don't like.
It's not an absolution, Flannel. You can't win. You can't win giving up 28 points in 22 minutes.
Sure. You can't, but the
You
offense
can't.
could have showed a little bit more fight.
But it doesn't matter. Like now you're talking about stylistically. It does not matter. It doesn't matter, and that's where I stop.
Okay, so the offense gets no criticism whatsoever.
No criticism. Sure. Would you like to see him play better? Yeah.
Sure.
But the second you give up 400 yards and 28 points in the second quarter, you can't win. You can't win.
If you want,
You can win if an offense has one first down and a half.
No,
you can win.
You can.
If the defense doesn't give up 28 points in 22 minutes.
I mean, that's fine. If you want a little bit of maybe, I wouldn't say Goff criticism where you can break bread on, I think his MVP race, he's fallen off in that quite a bit.
Falling off where?
He didn't do himself any favors in the MVP race.
Absolutely
Well,
not.
Who would you put in the MVP race right now?
I would Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, probably Tua still, Tyreek Hill.
I was told Baltimore's playing off. Oh, man, I blew through the break here. Hey, let me tell you about what we got, the Lions postgame show, right? I bet that was electric yesterday for our Detroit Lions postgame show. Mastic, everybody. They were out at Hamlin Pub on Tenkin Road. Some Golden Grizzlies fans were out there, I heard, which is actually pretty cool. So make sure you check out the Lions postgame show directly after every single Lions game. Now, obviously, Monday night football. As soon as Monday Night Football is over next Monday, tap in to
Who's
the
playing
Woodward
this
Sports
Monday night?
Lions post-game show. Tonight, be the 49ers and the Vikings.
Oh!
Oh, absolutely. Oh.